Year 3. Today I'm going to show you how to measure the perimeter of different shapes. This is something new, we haven't done it before, and it links to the work we've put on the website for you for Wednesday, Thursday and Friday this week. So the perimeter is the measure of the distance around the outside of the shape. So for example, this rectangle here, if I was going to measure all the way around the outside of the shape, that measurement is called the perimeter. And we measure perimeter in these measurements here, these units of length. We can either measure it in millimeters, in centimeters, in meters, or in kilometers. For the moment, we're just going to focus on using millimeters and centimeters. Those are the two units of length you've been looking at so far this week. We're going to look at meters and kilometers a bit later on. So this rectangle down here, I'm going to show you how to measure its perimeter. And to do this, we need a ruler. And the first thing that we need to do is, well, I always start with measuring one of the longest sides first when I've got a rectangle. So I'm going to put my ruler, making sure that the 0 is right at the end of the line where it should be. And then making sure I'm reading very accurately along my ruler here. I can see that the line of that rectangle there is 10 centimetres long. And what I always do to make sure I don't forget is I would write the length of the line next to the shape right there. Now, the good thing about rectangles is that whatever the length of one long side is, the other long side, in this case the one at the bottom, will be exactly the same length. You can check, it is good to check. Yes, there we go, it is 10 centimetres, and I'm just going to make a note of that there. Measuring the short sides, you can always turn your page round like I have to make it easy for yourself. Again, starting with your ruler on 0, measuring how long that line is, it is 5 centimetres. And that means that the other short side on the other side of the rectangle is 5 centimetres as well. What we need to do now to calculate the perimeter is to add up all of these measurements that we have got here. What I would do is I would look for some connections between the numbers. And the first one that jumps out at me is to go for the 10 and the 10. 10 and 10 together would make 20 centimetres, and you can jot that down there. You can also cross out the measures that you've already added up to make sure you don't add the same ones together twice. So we've got 10 plus 10 would make 20 centimetres, and then we should know that 5 and 5 together make 10. So we can jot down that the two short sides together are 10 centimetres, and we can cross that off. And then the last thing we need to do is to add those two numbers together. So our perimeter of this top shape here would be 20 plus 10, which would make 30 centimetres. And that is the perimeter of that rectangle there. Moving down to this next shape, this one's a little bit more tricky because we have got some millimetres in the measurements there as well. So going for the top side, you can see there on your ruler, it is 6.5 centimetres, that top line. So that would be 6 centimetres and 5 little millimetres. And the same for the bottom line as well. And then if we go around to measure the short side, it is 4.2 centimetres. So that would be 4 centimetres and 2 millimetres. I'd probably work out the additions for those calculations by doing some column addition here rather than trying to keep it all in my head. When we are adding up two numbers and there's a decimal point in the middle, we need to make sure we put the decimal point in the answer box as well. So starting over here with on the right hand side, 5 added together with 5 would make 10. And then in this next column, we have got 6 plus 6, adding on the 1 down the bottom would make 13. So the two long sides added together are 13 centimetres. Adding up the two short sides, putting decimal points, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, and then we've got those two numbers there, I've already written them down. Adding them up, 0 plus 4 is 4, 13 plus 8 is 21, and then the perimeter of that shape would be 21.4 centimetres.